Hi guys, it's Donna from Old Ways, and today we're going to make Chruscikis. In the mixing bowl, you're going to see 2 whole eggs and an additional 4 egg yolks and a half a teaspoon of salt. And we're going to go ahead and whip these until they're a lemony yellow. I started on a low setting, and then I gradually moved it up until we whisk them again till they were a lemony color. That's the best way to describe it. Now that they're that lemony color, we're going to add a half a cup of powdered sugar. Now the recipe calls for a shot of rum, but like my grandfather always said, the first shot doesn't count. So we put a second shot in. Next, we're going to go ahead and add a half a stick of butter. And we're going to mix this until everything is well incorporated together. Mix it well. That's the best way to put it. And I got a little carried away with making sure that was exactly a half a stick. You don't have to be that precise. Again, we're just mixing it until everything is well incorporated. Now that this stage is finished, we're going to go ahead and fold in 2 cups of all-purpose flour. You may be tempted to go ahead and put the beater in on this, but like I said, we're not mixing or trying not to stir. We're only folding in the flour. Once the flour's been folded in, we're going to take it to the table, a well-floured surface, and we're going to knead the dough until it blisters. After the dough gets to a point that it blisters, we're going to pinch off a little piece and we're going to roll it as thin as possible. And when you think that you've rolled it thin enough, roll it a little more. As you can see, I'm flipping it so it doesn't stick. And right there's how thick it was. We need it even thinner than that. If the dough rolls up like that, just lift it and you can lay it back down. The best way to know if you've got it thin enough is if you can see the surface underneath what you're rolling. Then I'm going to cut it into strips, and usually about a half to 3/4 of an inch in width, and then I'll cut that in half and make a slit in the center. Then I'm going to take one end and fold it through the center, and that's going to give us our bow tie look. Again, a half to 3/4 of an inch. And then make that slit in the center. Now be careful that you don't make the slit too long. Because if you make the slit too long, it can actually break the cookie when it's frying. Now we're going to fry these. We're going to deep fry them. And as you can see, when I put them in the pan of shortening that is hot enough, you put them in there and they immediately puff up and come to the surface. Now you can put as many in as the pan will hold, but don't try and shove so many in that you're not going to be able to maneuver them. We want them a nice golden color on each side. So once they reach that golden color on the one side, go ahead and flip them and let them get golden on the other side. Let them drain a little bit and then put them in a pan or a cookie sheet, whatever, that has paper towels or brown paper bag lining them, and for each layer, paper towels or brown paper bag, because we need these to drain well and to cool. Once they're cooled, remove the layers of paper towel and sprinkle them with powdered sugar.